Hello, hello, hello. These are my confessions. Hello, Lisa, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. These are my confessions. Let me know if it's too loud. AT2 said we might be a little loud over here. Hey, Polo's Porch, what's up? Hello, hello. Welcome to the Mimi Show. How are you doing? These are my confessions. Not mine. I don't have any. I was singing that song yesterday when we were playing that video, Lisa. The Ahmad video. Yeah. I was playing it yesterday. These are my confessions. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Maureen. Welcome. These are my confessions. Okay, I can't get it out my head. It's really bugging me. Yes, I did. And they're like glass. Look how mirrored they are. Isn't that beautiful? It's almost like I don't know, like I don't know how to describe it, but depending on how the light hits it, it looks like it's, see how the light is hitting it? It's like a cat eye. Yes, I went with long and pointy. Don't come at me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Have y'all heard that song? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. God on my side. Hello, Marine. Yeah, Polo. I decided to go long. You got to go long. You can't go short. If you go short, they just don't quite fit my fingers. Actually, I wanted them longer than this, but the nail itself was only this long. Oh, thank you, Polo. You're such a sweetheart. Mwah, big fat kiss to you. Go check out Polo's porch. He's got it going on over there. Fireball Friday's coming up. Yes. Yeah, they're like iridescent. Yeah, like a marble ball. Mm-hmm. They're beautiful. I love them. I really like them. They fit me perfect to a T. It's kind of a natural look, not too bold. Tune the news. Good to see you. I'm great. How are you doing? I can't pronounce your name though. Sorry about that. Today, guys, we're going to be listening to Virginia Giuffre, listening to what happened to her and what she went through with Andrew. Okay? We're going to see what's going on with that and listen to the video. So it's going to be a triggering day today. It's not going to be one of those happy moments. We may, I have not seen this interview, so it's going to be interesting. Yes. Thank you, Team the News. I appreciate the compliment. So, what is everybody's plans today? Any plans? Anything going on? Anything new in the world? before we get started. It's good to see you guys. Hello, Lisa. That may be a little loud. I was watching AT2 the other day. He was like, turn down that music. He couldn't hear the T. He funny. And then when he was explaining the T, he had did you see his live? Did you see AT2's live on the whole Ahmad situation? Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen AT2's. Screw it, I'm gonna go get it. It's funny as hell. It is funny as heck. Oh, it's so funny. I can't help it. I'm going to play just a little bit of this real quick. Okay, where is it? Where is this stuff? Okay, that's not it. That's not it. Okay. AT2 has more than one channel. So I have to find his other channel. AT2, where is it? Let me see if I can find it on my phone and save it. It was hilarious, guys. He was demonstrating. Is that it? Here it is. Here it is. I found it. Let me put it in my inbox. Okay, here we go. Hello, Daisy. So AT2 was going over the Ahmad and income and opinion situation, and he was talking about when she was, good morning, Kareen, when she was in the dark. And he said, how come he didn't get to see her? This is Polo's porch. Yes, thank you, Daisy. And so just check out AT2. He's silly. Okay, just one. I just want to show you this one thing. I laughed so hard it hurt. Okay, hold on. Okay.
And then the next moment he said that he felt like she catfished him.
Hold on. Okay, this is AT2's interpretation of what happened with the Ahmad situation, okay? She sure did. She sure did, Lisa. I was like, whoa. At first I thought she was going to say something to me about using her video. I was going to take it down. I was like, because I didn't get permission. But she said she doesn't mind me using it. So here's AT2's chat as well. Check him out. So here's him giving his side of the story, a little bit of the IO Ahmad situation. And he just makes me laugh. He makes light of the situation. Oh, let me show you. Woo! I went with that, Daisy. I love the shape. Because I've never had like this kind of shape, like oval shape before. Kind of like it has like that natural. I like my nails. I am really like. Thanks for asking. Okay, back to the story. To AT2 Silly Tail. Okay, so let me see.
It's cool, like if you have like a little commercial break or something like that, and like there's some dead air. I could barely make out what he said, but I caught the shit talking though. But I could barely make out what he said, and it's oh my, y'all, it was so much. I'm telling you. Anyway, so Ahmad basically said that he was talking to EO and they were cool and whatnot. And then he had a business trip that he was going on. Like I told you guys, that's one of the reasons why he wanted to go to Chicago or whatever, right? So he said that, he kind of contradicted himself because one moment he said that she looked cool. And then the next moment he said that he felt like she catfished him. Maybe I want to do. He felt like she catfished him, right? So what he said is like they would FaceTime, and so when they would FaceTime, basically what she would do is like be in the dark, covering half her face, and like he couldn't really make out who like she really was, but
remember the part in the story where he said he really couldn't see her when they were video chatting together. This is the story from yesterday. He did the video chat, but he wasn't really able to see her face because he said the lighting was messed up.
She basically she'd be like this, like I told you guys the other day. She like all in the dark. Hold on. This ain't dramatic enough. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn off my camera real quick. Hold on. Because she be like this. She be like this in the dark. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Yeah. And she all in the dark and shit like that. And she never wanted to turn on the light. Now, I did watch a little bit. I did watch a little incoming opinion, right? I did watch a little bit of her video. And what she said is that she don't be in the dark. She said that her kitchen got a hella light in it, and he lying about her being in the dark. But listen, here's my thing about it, right? Let me turn back on the light. Here's my thing about it. If you really not ugly and there's nothing that you hiding, then just turn on your camera.
Oh shit.
Just turn on your camera. Why are you in the dark like this with your burqa on, fooling the men's? You over there fooling the men's, and you in your burqa trying to pretend like you a bad bitch. Like why? Like why are you ashamed of what you look like? Now, in order to debunk it, turn on your camera. That's how we know. Yeah, she would be like that or whatever. And so he was all like, I got pictures of her, and so I knew what she looked like, but he was like, I don't know how old the pictures are, but he was all like, those weren't current pictures that he got. So I guess she's using pictures from like 15, 20 years ago. And I was like, dang, she's that old? But I guess she's like in her late 40s or something. Excuse me, she's in her like her late 40s or something like that. But she using pictures from like when she was like 21, 22. So she's over there faking it like, you know, she still looked the same, but she looked completely different or whatever. Now, on her defense, she said like, no, he's seen what she looked like. They FaceTime. She said there's hella light in her kitchen. So how did he get confused of what she looked like? Listen, and I'm gonna call both of them out, right? Because they both ugly. They in the black tea sector. We all ugly over here. So, you know, I'm not surprised that they ugly.
I didn't know Ahmad looked the way he does. Here's his picture. Let me show you what he looks like. You guys need to see this. He's not my type. So his personality would have to shine through. You know, he's just not my type. So his personality would have to shine through. And if not, then yeah, forget it. Okay, here he is. Here's the picture of Ahmad. You guys see him? There he is. Yeah, he's not my type. And that's just because he's just not my type. So instead of calling him, you know, instead of messing with his looks, because there's nothing wrong with his looks, he's just not, it's not doing it for me. Okay? He do look like he smoke a lot of Maui. She had that right. So we're going to move on. I just wanted to show you what he looked like and move on. We're going to do the video of Giuffre, Virginia. Okay. Let me pull it up. I want to thank Demon Dictator. I don't think she's here right now for the videos and her research.
Virginia, if you can take me back to you.
All right, here we go. Let me know if you can hear it. If my music is too loud, let me know. And this is to Maggot. I don't put you in my thumbnail. I don't put you in my chat. I don't put you over here on my main channel because I don't want you over here. I don't want to give you the satisfaction to think that I need clout to have a channel, or I need you to put you in my thumbnail to get people to come over here and chit chat with me. I would rather not. So if I have two people in my chat, me and those two people are going to have a wonderful time. But what I'm not going to do is compromise my my values because of you. You're the scum bucket. All right, great. Sorry, I just need to get that out. Because she seems to think that I'm hung up on views and subscribers. And I started this channel, guys, because I wanted to talk about Harry and Meghan. I wanted to get my point of view out. And that's what we've been doing. And I'm going to continue on that path. Let's go, guys.
You as a child, what sort of?
I might get struck.
I was a fun, loving big sister to a little brother.
60 minutes.
I have a big brother that I absolutely love, but we used to poke fun at each other. I was a very happy child for quite a while. I had a normal childhood for quite a while. I loved riding horses. I loved climbing trees. Because I had brothers, I thought I was probably a tomboy more than I was a princess. Until I was 7, and then that's the first time that I encountered sexual abuse. It was from then on. I still connected with the horses really well, but my life just changed, and it diminished that light that was in me. And you can, my mom has like the pre videos and the after videos, and you can see where, in my life it took a different direction at such a young age.
No, Kareen, this is not Megan's sister. This is actually Virginia Giuffre, and I know I can't pronounce her name, so please forgive me. She is one of Andrew's victims. He essayed her when she was a lot younger. This may be triggering for some of you guys. So, but she's going to tell her story, and hang in there with me, okay? I was going to say, Megan's sister name is Samantha, and Kareen, we do keep in contact with each other. She'll say little things to me like about the baby she's growing up and different things like that, but that's not Samantha. Hello, Cece. Welcome.
Are you prepared to say who abused you when you were 7?
It was a family friend. I wouldn't
Of
want to talk
course.
about any
Thanks for
further.
being here.
When you reflect on you as a young girl and as a teenager, would you consider yourself vulnerable? Were you a vulnerable person?
Well, considering that I was hurt pretty bad at such a young age, and I don't even think you know how to really say the words of what's happening to you. You don't understand it. I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't know what it was. I knew it was wrong, and so, from a young age, yeah, you are vulnerable. You feel dirty. You feel shameful. You feel like worthless almost. So, yeah, very vulnerable.
That sexual abuse that started as a 7-year-old, how often did you encounter that with other people?
Sometimes daily, sometimes weekly, sometimes it just varied. It was sporadic. I never knew it was coming, and I think I had a really hard time sleeping. I still have a hard time sleeping at night because a lot of the times it would happen at night, but you never knew when it was going to happen, so you just kind of lived on the edge.
You had an extraordinary experience in encountering this type of abuse from other people on a number of occasions, even before you met Jeffrey Epstein.
That's right. So after my life took a horrible turn at 7, I was abused until I was 11, and then I was sent away to California. My life was already downward spiral from there on out. I mean, when I talk to you about the shame and the feeling of having no control in my life, all the power taken away, I then started to rebel. So my parents didn't know how to handle me. They sent me to California to live with an auntie, and I rebelled there as well. And then they sent me back to Florida to live with my parents, and they still couldn't keep me under control. So they put me into like a place for juveniles who are out of hand. And then you get fostered out every night. And I managed to constantly run away from that place. And one of the times I ran away, I ended up in Miami, and I was abused by a man, and he owned what he calls like an escort agency, but it was that's a horrible way to call it. What it was a sex trafficking industry, and that's when more abuse I endured.
How old were you at that point?
I believe I was 13. I mean, the only problem I have in my life is pinpointing ages and times. Everything is it's so hard to exactly know. But I believe in my heart I was 13.
You escaped that sex trafficking ring to find yourself where?
Well, I was more rescued than I was anything. The police barged in one morning, and they took me out of there, and the person who did it ended up dying in jail. And then I thought, like I'd been through the worst parts of my life, I thought, as of yet. I didn't know what was around the corner.
Wow.
So I started trying to put the pieces of my life back together. I wanted to get off the streets. I wanted to stop running away. I wanted to stop, hurting myself. And my dad got me a job at Mar-a-Lago. I thought my life was turning around.
How do I do that, Snowdrop?
When you were working at Mar-a-Lago, what were your dreams? What did you want?
Let me see if I can turn it
I
on.
loved working
Come
at
on.
Mar-a-Lago. It made sense to me for the first time in my life. I never knew what I wanted to do or who I wanted to be, and it was so beautiful. It was so serene. It was so calm. I worked in the locker room attendants, which was in the spa area. So I saw these amazing women who were massage therapists, and they just had this aura about them that they were all put back together. They all seemed like the nicest people in the world, and they were calm and they were happy. And I wanted something like that for my life. So
Here it is.
for the first time in my life, I knew what I wanted to do. And I got a book about massage therapy, and I started reading about it. I knew I was way too young to even start studying it, but I wanted to learn. I started investing my thoughts and my time into what I thought I wanted to be when I grew up.
Okay, I'm turning it on.
So I'm working at Mar-a-Lago, and I'm reading that book that I was just telling you about. And I was approached by a very proper speaking English lady named Maxwell. And she approached me at the desk, and she started talking to me about the book that I'm reading. And she just seemed very nice. And, I didn't know what she was there for at the time. I do now. But she said, I've got a person that I know who's actually looking for a traveling masseuse. And if you want, I can get you an interview with him. And I said,
let's see how much money that gets me. Salute, Cyrus. Everybody say hello to Cyrus. And Snowdrop, hello. Welcome to the Mimi Show. This is Virginia telling her story, her life story. It sounds tragic. It really, really does. She had issues from when she had things going on with her at her home when she was young. Being essayed while she was young. And about time she got to Epstein Island, she was broken, and he used her. Let's see what else is going on.
I was like, I'm not by any means licensed, or I've never this is the first book I've read about it. So I'm not I can't do this professionally. And she said, no, don't worry about that. You just come over for the interview. If he likes you, we can get you educated, we can get you certified. You'll be a real masseuse, and you'll get to travel and see the world. And
this is Maxwell. What's her name anyway? Galeen, whatever her name is, Maxwell coaching her about being a massage therapist. Listen to this.
She made it sound like it was a dream come true, and it wasn't.
So at that young age, you didn't think this sounds too good to be true?
No, I was gullible. I was vulnerable, and when somebody just offered you a dream, I wanted to be a massage therapist, and they didn't care that I wasn't educated, and they're just philanthropists helping people in need, is what came to my head, what went through my head at first. And I ran over to the tennis courts where my dad was working, and I was so excited. I said, Dad, you're not going to believe what just happened. This really awesome lady just came up to me and
a real career,
offered me a job. I have to go for an interview tonight. Can you drop me off? And he was happy for me. He was really excited. So he said, yes, of course, I'll drop you off. And we got to the house,
unwind,
Jeffrey's house on El Brillo Way in Palm Beach. And it's a big, beautiful mansion. I mean, I thought Ron Eppinger was rich, but this was wow, blown me
next level,
away, mansion type.
Next level rich.
So my dad and I knock on the door, and Ghislaine Maxwell answers, and she shakes his hand and introduces herself, and she said, "Don't worry, your daughter's in good hands. We'll make sure she gets a ride home tonight, and thank you very much." So she didn't invite him inside. She didn't do anything like that. It was just at the door. "We'll take care of her," in my own words.
When you reflect on Ghislaine Maxwell, when you first met her, I mean, was there anything about her that was worrying for you?
Not at all. Not at all. She came across as like a really smart, polite, posh. I mean, if anything, she came across very posh. I can't even pretend to try to do her accent. She just, I didn't have any worries. I thought she just cared about helping people in need. And so during the first instance with them, I'm telling them my life story in hopes that they would take that into consideration when, if I get the job or not, and knowing that, this would mean the world to me if I could get a massage certificate for being a real massage therapist. And I really was hoping that they could see that, I have gone through a lot at this point in my life, and I really need help. And instead of them helping, it kind of ticked all the boxes for them to do what they did and get away from it. It was the vulnerability that they looked for in people.
Yeah.
So that's why you
on her weakness.
That's why I was targeted. That's what made me so easy.
They played on her need to have a job, a need to have a career, a need to be a need. They played on her needs. We're going to make you into this massage masseuse. This is Maxwell recruiting and lying to these women. Shame on you. That's why you need to be up under the jail. Up under. She was a trust fund child, and she later denied those claims of SA at home. Who's that? Oh, really? That's interesting. Daisy, it's how CCs make money, and YouTube too. Yes. Maureen says, deviants can smell vulnerability a mile away. The need for money to survive. It's really just, Maxwell, shame on you.
I think for them to use me and abuse me the way that they did.
For you to tell these strangers that you'd been abused, sexually abused in the past, that you were desperate for this job, you must have trusted them fairly quickly.
I just was pleading to the nicer side of humanity, which up to then I hadn't known much of it. And I didn't know anything about them. Looking back now, obviously as a mom, I wish I could tell that child to run away and run fast, and never trust anyone inviting you to their home to offer you something amazing like that until you know who they are. You know what I mean? Like as a mom, I would have just told that girl to run, but I didn't, and I pleaded to the kinder side of human nature, and that's not what they were. They were not about that. They were after abusing me, and the abuse started almost instantly. When I'm there, she's teaching me how to do the massage that seems legit, right? And she said
the abuse starts immediately. Okay? Gutter Maxwell. That's better, Maureen. Thank you. Hey, Ben. Hello. Welcome. Good morning, Rachel. Hello. It's so good to see you.
Massages generally.
Thank you guys for coming in. Have a seat. We're going over Virginia's interview about what happened to her at the Epstein Island. This is my first time hearing it, and it's very devastating. It's hard to swallow, but what she went through is something to be told.
Take between 1 to 2 hours. You do the back, you do the front. She grabbed one foot, I grabbed the other. She said, just mimic my moves. We're talking the body. They're breaking the ice with me, making me feel like, oh my God, this is real. I'm actually doing it. And I'm learning. I'm intrigued. I'm actually like, wow, if I touch the foot this way, this can happen to your body, the blood flow through your heart. Like, I'm blown away. I'm loving it. And then, the conversation, they start asking me about myself, who I am, how did I end up working at Mar-a-Lago, and so on and so forth. And that's when the conversation turned to, well, guys, I really have.
How did she end up where?
And I'm learning. I'm intrigued. I'm actually like, wow, if I touch the foot this way, this can happen to your body, the blood flow through your heart. Like, I'm blown away. I'm loving it. And then, the conversation, they start asking me about myself, who I am, how did I end up working at Mar-a-Lago, and so on and so forth. And
Mar-a-Lago
turned to, well, guys,
that's where they met her,
and,
at Mar-a-Lago.
I feel like, oh my God, this is real. I'm actually doing it. And I'm learning. I'm intrigued. I'm actually like, wow, if I touch the foot this way, this can happen to your body, the blood flow through your heart. Like, I'm blown away. I'm loving it.
Wait a minute.
And then, the conversation, they start asking me about myself, who I am, how did I end up working at Mar-a-Lago, and so on.
How did I ended up working at Mar-a-Lago? So that's how she met Maxwell, through Donald Trump, pretty much. Am I right, Pickles? Hello and welcome. Am I right, guys? Correct me if I'm wrong. She just said Mar-a-Lago. She said she had been working there before she met Epstein. See how the circle goes around and around? I know you, you know me, we know what's going on. Kind of a situation. What do you guys think about that? That she came from Mar-a-Lago. That's a big one for me. I thought they met at some, event, but the event that they met was Mar-a-Lago. That's very interesting. It's almost like she's leaving out something to protect something. Because the story just starts almost, to me, Mar-a-Lago. You got a job working with Donald, not working with him, but being for her to be able to have a conversation with Maxwell, it's interesting to me because, like she said, Maxwell's so high society. Why are you talking to little old me? And who authorized you to talk to me? You know what I'm saying? Something ain't smelling right in Denver. Virginia's dad worked at Trump's. He introduced her to Trump. Not sure about how she met. That is crazy. Is anybody else tripping on the fact that she met Maxwell at Mar-a-Lago? Reflexology is a very interesting treatment. I've only ever had it once, but I would happily have it on a daily basis if it wasn't so expensive. Interesting, Maureen. Very interesting. I've never had like a massage. I've never, like, my husband bought me a massage thing where you go and you have like a spa day, and he bought me like this thing to go do it, and I never did. And I ended up giving it to him to go because I just didn't, like, I told him I'm not into the massages and da 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 da, but he was trying to tell me that there's more than just massages. So I'm definitely open to it. Thanks, Maureen, for sharing.
So forth. And that's when the conversation turned to, well, guys, I really have been through a lot in my life, and it would mean the world to me if I did have this opportunity to get educated and become a real massage therapist. And that was for them the key that unlocked the door to knowing how subservient and how broken I really was.
How quickly did they act on that?
Well, so put it this way, we did the back of him, we did the back of Epstein, so we did the feet, the calves, the thighs, the buttocks, the back, shoulders, and scalp. And then when he turned over, that's when I was instructed to get undressed and have sex with Jeffrey Epstein.
You sack of crap-a-doolittle. How are we going to get through this? Where's my girl, Demon Dictator? She's sick. Are you okay, Demon Dictator? Where you at, girl? We're having a hard time with Andrew. Hello, Demon Dictator. How are you? I was just calling to check on you. Make sure you're okay. Haven't heard from you. Love you, girl. Bye-bye. Oh my God. Red alert, trigger warning. Hold on to your seats. How disgusting is this man? Just disgusting. Poor baby.
And then Maxwell was participating as well.
She was what?
Back, shoulders, and scalp, and then and have sex with Jeffrey Epstein while Galen Maxwell was participating as well.
So you were abused.
So not only was she having to do something with Epstein, but Maxwell had her nasty ASS up in there too. Yeah, I got an attitude. I didn't got an attitude. I didn't got pissed off at these people. Shame on them. Shame. Just shame. And the nerve of Maxwell to plead the fifth. Stop pleading the fifth and tell the truth. She's a monster.
Abused by both of them in your very first encounter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was abused by Galen and Epstein, and it broke my heart. I don't mean to sound sexist in any way, shape, or form. I don't hate men. I'm not a man hater, but I expected it from a man, but I didn't expect it from a woman. And so I think that's what still hurts me the most to this day is that, as a mom, as a wife, as a sister, as a daughter, I couldn't imagine putting someone through what she put me through. And I think that's what
This is heartbreaking.
We sit here as adults, so understand that when I ask this question. But can you take me back into that room and can you help me understand, why you undressed and now you're in a very dangerous situation? Tell me why you followed those orders.
There are so many thoughts racing through my mind when they told me to undress. There was fear, there was betrayal, there was huge anxiety. I couldn't catch a thought, and as an adult, I know it's right to run, but as a kid who had been through what I'd been through in my life already, I guess the last thought that I had was, well, this is what life's about. This is all I've learned, I can't catch a break. And
wow.
I knew that they were extremely rich and powerful from the conversations we had already up to leading to that point. And that was fearful, but more than that, it was just, this is what life's about. And in order to get educated, in order to one day escape this kind of a life, this is what I'm going to have to do. Almost like an unnecessary evil.
So to catch a break, you had to put up with this. This is what life had taught you already by, what, the age of 16?
That's right.
16.
I hadn't known it any other way. I mean, my childhood got taken from me very young, and the patterns of abuse just continued and continued and continued, and it just, I didn't see that there could be a different way to live. I didn't know that, it's not acceptable then. I just assumed that this is what people saw me as, a toy to be passed around. I feel like I had the word victim imprinted on my forehead.
So it sounds like you were fairly resigned at that point.
Basically, I just gave up. And I just did what I was told. And it's like going through the motions. You just follow your directions and do what they tell you to do and hope that you come out alive.
Before the abuse took place in that massage room, what was your first impression of Jeffrey Epstein on meeting him?
I have to say, I was suspicious about one little thing that, and I should have caught on to it, but I didn't. I just thought it was weird. I walked through the room. So in order to get to the massage room, you have to walk through Jeffrey's bedroom, and you go around the corner, and there's this naked man laying on the table, right? And I thought, well, this is normal. This has to be normal. Massage therapy doesn't happen with clothes on, right? I didn't know that. I've never been in a massage room, so I just assumed that's okay. And he looked up, so he's laying down on his stomach, and he looked up at Ghislaine, and they both looked at each other, and he gave her this grin, and she gave him back a grin.
Yeah.
I call it like the Cheshire smile.
Just nasty. Just a filthy person. No regards to human being. No regards to how she is going to, putting her in this situation. A young lady, a child. Shame on you, Epstein. Shame on you. And Maxwell, she needs to rot where she's at. Rot. Trying to get apart. And if he looks like he want to let that demon out of jail, it's going to be hell. I remember a part of the Netflix documentary where victims of Epstein have reported that he had a deformed man part. Ooh. When the lawyer confronted Epstein at a disposition with that claim, wow. And the nerve of it to be not functionable. A deformity of your situation going on down there, Epstein. Looking at this young lady like she's some type of piece of meat. You nasty sack of Doolittle. He's a nasty sack. He's not a Doolittle. Okay? He's just a shame-a-do.
Charged cat smile, and it was like this.
God,
out of
this is really triggering.
And looking back on it, I know exactly what it was now. But even then, I had that twinge of strange, But it seemed that fear went away because it seemed normal. The massage. She was talking to me about lotions and oils and how to keep your lotion on your arm so you don't have to constantly keep getting the lotion, and if you do have to get more lotion, keep one hand on the person you're massaging, and I mean, it really did seem legit. I honestly, that thought went from my mind almost immediately when the massage started, and I thought, okay, well, this is good. This is turning out the way I thought it was.
So any other impressions of Jeffrey Epstein at that point?
I didn't have any first impressions just walking into the room other than just that weird look, but these are super duper rich people, right? And I didn't know what to expect. It's not a life that I was accustomed to. And Ghislaine being this posh, seemingly nice person, I just assumed that they were they like to help.
Handler, a nightmare, a demonic demon. Okay? Someone from the pits of hell. Because only someone with that, her, would treat another woman this way, exploit this young lady, manipulate her, and to cause just unreputable damage. It's really sad. Sad, guys.
help people in need. And that's what I thought. So my first impressions weren't of anything bad. I just assumed that this is how massage therapy is. And, she was teaching me what needed to be done for the interview, mind you. And she said if I passed the interview, that they would get me educated and they would train me to be a real massage therapist. So I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to follow your lead and you tell me what needs to be done. And that was my first impression. I thought this is going to be great. I'm going to get educated.
During or after their first abuse of you, did they say anything?
They did. So Ghislaine left the room, and Giuffre went into. He asked me to come into the steam shower with him. So you've got the shower on one side and the steam room on the other side, and it's like a marble steam room, and it had like the top bench, the second bench, and the floor. And he asked me to sit lower than him so I could massage his feet in there. And while I was massaging his feet,
you
this is after the
nasty.
abuse, so I'm already like I'm in shell shock. I'm absolutely in shell shock. And he says, okay, I need you to come into this steam room and massage my feet. And while he's talking, he's like, you did a really great job. You're going to see the world. We're going to pay you really good money. You're going to get educated. They're promising me all these wonderful things. He is at this time. And I'm not even myself at that time. I'm just a shell of a human being going through the motions of what this person's telling me and asking me to do. And then when that was over, he paid me $200. I totally disconnected. I was a shell. I wasn't there. It was like my brain just shut down.
Yeah, Daisy, and you're doing such a wonderful job as my mod. I really do appreciate you taking that opportunity to be my mod. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Maureen says, I find it more disgusting when a female is the abuser. Me too, because she's supposed to be someone that you trust and can understand you and what you're going through and all this wonderful stuff. But instead, she's a predator. She's a predator. Like maggot. They're predators. Who is their next victim? I find it more disgusting when a female is the predator. Women are supposed to be protectors and nurturers. Yes. That's what we are supposed to be. And when she took her childhood. She
went numb
stole
and
it.
couldn't think, couldn't process, I couldn't let myself fall to pieces
This
or handle
child.
it. In the way, if I were to be abused today, I would probably cry and kick and scream and yell and fight. But as a kid, I just went numb. And maybe it was a coping mechanism. Maybe that was my way of not being able to take it in, because if I did, I would fall to a million pieces. So yeah, it was very numb. And then I get back home and, my parents are there and they're very excited. My dad was like, how did it go? Did you get the job? Tell me about it. And I said, I just need to go have a shower and I need to go to sleep. And I think that's, I think my mom kind of picked up on that a little bit. And, she was
Sorry about that.
She was very sus about it, the whole thing. But like I told you, it was a means to the end, and I didn't tell anybody.
Why not? Why not tell your mum and dad?
I didn't feel like I could. I didn't feel like it was a situation that I could talk to them about.
Really?
And again, I went so numb. I was ashamed, and I went numb, and I just wanted to have a shower and go to bed.
Well, what did it feel like to get paid in that moment?
Well, it was a lot of money for me. I mean, Mar-a-Lago was the highest paid job I've ever had, right? So I think it was like on $10 an hour. So for 2 hours, I got $200. So it was a lot of money, but it didn't compensate for what I had been through. It didn't make it better, put it that way. It didn't make me feel better.
Did it make you feel worse?
That's it? That's all they gave her?
Made me feel worse.
You don't have
anything.
to be a little bit more than that.
And ashamed.
I'm just going to be honest. You
know,
got me all doing all this
it was a really sad reality for me.
With this
So you know I have to ask this. Why did you go back?
Yeah, I
It
would have
was
been a good candidate.
what I had learned through my life. I had been abused that many times, and I thought, if this is what I have to do in order to become a real massage therapist, be educated, that's just how life is, you know? And like I said, there's so many different emotions. There's not one emotion that's just attached to it. There's fear, there's regret, there's shame, there's past abuse. Like, there's so much that goes into just that one question. It's not an easy answer to any of it, but yeah, I went back, and I just hoped that I would become a real massage therapist, and that this would be how I got it. You know, I didn't want it to be that way, but I didn't even know I was going to be trafficked at that point. I thought it was just being abused by Epstein and Maxwell.
You give me as much detail as you like, or as little as you like, but what nature did the abuse take? How did they abuse you? What did they do to you?
It was all levels of abuse. So there wasn't a part of my body that they did not abuse.
Oh, wow.
Psychologically, did they play games with you?
Wow.
Psychologically was, yeah, a huge way that they abused me psychologically. They kept promising me this wonderful massage therapist certificate and a wonderful life, only if I did what they said. And I can't upset them, and I can't, you know, it was constantly like a cat and mouse game. I was scared to upset them, especially Guylaine. Like, she was like the mother hen of the girls that were brought into Giuffre's house, and she made sure that you did exactly what she said, and you never knew what the penalty was going to be, but she just left you with that imagination in your mind of how bad it could be. So psychologically, huge. On one hand, they're promising you so much. On the other hand, they're taking so much from you, and you're bouncing off of both the emotions.
I was going to say, you know, what was the power that they had over you?
Well, the power started quite early on. I mean, during the first encounter with them, I mean, some of the first words out of their mouth was telling me who they are and how powerful they are. I don't remember when the conversation came up. It was very early on in knowing them, but he, you know, Jeffrey Epstein tells me he owns the Palm Beach Police Department, and I can't remember when he tells me this again, but he told me, I know where your little brother goes to school. So I mean, like, when you talk about psychological fear, it's not like they put a gun to my head and said, do this or die. It was these invisible chains that I talk about that kept you complacent, kept you there, and they would use that all the time against me and against other people as well. It's, you know, you could walk into Jeffrey's house and you'd see pictures of him shaking hands with the Pope in the pictures, or pictures of him with just world leaders that, you know, like you recognize even as a kid because they're all over TV, and so you instantly know that they're powerful people even without even telling them, having to tell you. And then of course through conversation they tell you about all these powerful people that they know, and they only work with the most elite people in the world. Jeffrey tells me he only takes on billionaires for his money making industry, and you know, like that was all very early on, and I think they use that as a tactic against me. And I can only speak for myself, of course, but I saw for other people what it meant to them as well.
So how real was that feeling that you had nowhere else to go, nowhere to turn to, no one to help you?
It was literally like being in jail. You didn't look like you're being in jail. This is how screwed up it is. So you couldn't just be miserable around them, right? You are miserable. You're screaming on the inside. You're suffering so bad to the point where, you know, they ended up putting me on Xanax. Sorry, I was trying to think of the name of it to help combat my depression. But you're screaming on the inside, but on the outside you have to sit there. You have to be polite. You have to smile. You have to nod.
Lovely.
You have to do exactly what they tell you, and make sure you look
lady.
Is that a
you're doing
name or
it.
no? I can't
You know,
say.
and
I would say lovely.
that's the psychological damage as well that they put onto me.
So no one knows you're suffering, is what you're saying?
No, I'm not walking around, you know, with a chain attached to me or crying. You're not allowed to do that.
Did you ever not do what you were told? Or did you actually ever see through what the consequence of that would be?
Well, see, I got pretty depressed really quick, especially being kept in Jeffrey's mansion in New York. So I was falling further and further down, and he didn't like that. So, you know, it was a way of pissing him off because of my depression. And did he punish me? Not him himself, but through other ways he did.
Can you explain what that is?
I would be trafficked to somebody who physically, mentally, and sexually abuses you to the point where you don't think you're going to live, and then you tell Epstein about it, and he sends you back. So I mean, those are when you talk about punishment and pissing him off. He didn't have a heart to begin with, neither does Ghislaine, but to the point where they would do that kind of stuff to you was my idea of punishment.
So there was real fear for your own life.
Yeah, there were times I didn't think I was going to live, and there was times I didn't want to live. Oh
Lord.
I thought about suicide all the time. I thought of it as like a jailbreak, almost like a sort of freedom, and I would fantasize about just not having to live anymore. I don't know. There must have been some guardian angels on my shoulder to keep encouraging me to go on, because I have a wonderful life now, and I'm really glad that I made it here, but I suffered a lot with him.
Oh, wow.
When did the trafficking start? When did you learn that not only were you to be abused by this couple, but that they had plans for you with other people?
So I call that the training days. So pretty soon after the first incident
training day.
of abuse, Epstein and Maxwell told me to quit my job at Mar-a-Lago. They wanted me to be with them constantly and travel with them. And of course, they were promising me my massage certificate. So I was compliant for so many reasons, but I still had that idea. I had the notion in my head that they were going to at least come through with getting me a massage certificate. So pretty early on in the training days, Ghislaine is teaching me how to pleasure men, how to be subservient, what to expect from men, and without getting into too much detail, because it's just not right to go into detail on TV about it. But she taught me to be exactly what a man wanted in every way sexually. And it wasn't soon after that they said, we're going to try you out on somebody else other than Epstein. And it was a huge shock. They also gave me the promise during that first time I was trafficked out. You're going to do one real massage on a lady, and then you're going to do what the man wants you to do, what you do for Giuffre, do for this other man. And they were married.
A married couple.
It wasn't very long after my training period with Ghislaine was over that I was trafficked for the first time. And then, after that, it just sunk lower and lower, and I started getting trafficked all the time. I mean, I was constantly with Giuffre. I was constantly being abused by him, but I was also being sent places. I was being sent to the islands. I was being sent to New Mexico. I was being sent to places by myself to be with these men.
This nasty. Jay-Z Lee, I want to thank you, my mod, just because I love you, just because. Thank you so much. Can we put some hearts in the chat for Daisy? Let's give it up for Daisy. Thank you, Daisy. I appreciate that. I'm going to start off with some hearts in the chat for Daisy, my new moderator. Thank you, Daisy. Mwah. This is so heartbreaking. This is so hard to listen to. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone, and I'm supposed to be listening to this. Like it's not for me to hear. Maybe that's why I was so afraid to listen to her story that I'm just now listening to it. is this is why, because I knew I would get sad. I knew I would get pissed off. I knew I would get angry. I knew I would react in a way that is, it's sad. This is so sad. These people she needs justice. Okay? She needs justice. What we're going to do tomorrow, hopefully, or Saturday, we're having a party, ladies' night, Friday night. Bring your favorite drink, whatever, and we're having ladies' night. It's not just ladies' night; it's for men too. And basically, we're going to do a quiz. It's not going to just be on the royals. Maybe we'll do it on just things that we go over, that we talk about. I'm going to do a little quiz on that. And I'm going to be giving away some money. So let's do it to it. Thank you, Daisy Lee. You got to have a PayPal or Cash App to play. Okay?
To be trafficked with them. And then other times Giuffre would be there as well, and Giuffre would be there as well. So it was just, they tried to make it seem like this is just a normal part of life. They made it almost seem as if everybody in this world does this. And you can't even think for yourself when you're going through something like that. I felt like a beaten horse. I felt like a horse that just had the life taken out of them, and you just keep getting kicked to go faster and faster.
Did you start to believe that this was a normal part of life?
I did. I mean, they made it seem normal. I call it like the dysfunctional family setting. I mean, it was Epstein and it was Maxwell and it was me. And, we'd be watching TV and eating popcorn 1 second. And then the very next second, while we're still watching TV, Epstein would tell me to get undressed and tell Galen to, start performing sex acts on each other and on him. And we were just sitting there eating popcorn 1 second. How do you go?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. This is a lot. This is a lot. Woo. Okay, Daisy. Definitely come for the fun. And see if you can guess the questions too. We want you to make money, not give it away. I know I need to make money, Maureen. I do. If I can make enough doing this, I don't have to go back to work. But my daughter is of age now that I can go back to work, have a little extra income, use my degree somewhere. Yeah, it's a horrible situation. Just a horrible situation, Cece. It's just a sickening. And when you think about what she went through, what he did, you just look at him and you wonder, you bastard. You nasty piece of crap, a Doolittle. And then here she is, listening and doing and going along with it. Maxwell, you're nasty. You are nasty. What do you have to say for yourself? And I mean not nasty in that way, but just nasty in the inside. That's some heartless crap that you did. This is sad. The way he used these women. Just sad.
From that to that, and it was a really bizarre situation, and I've tried to explain it to people, and a lot of people don't understand how strange it really was. And I know it
sounds strange.
Sounds stranger than fiction, but it is. And it's the truth, and that's what happens. That's how it was. So in my mind, I was stuck thinking I'm still going to get to be a massage therapist one day. I've just got to get through this. I've just got to live through this, and one day I'll be on my own and I'll be free.
What sort of men were you being trafficked to?
I was trafficked to a lot of types of different men. I was trafficked to other billionaires. I was trafficked to politicians, professors, even royalty. So the circles that Jeffrey Epstein...
Politicians, billionaires. She just named them, all of them. All of them.
I'll be on my own and I'll be free.
What sort of men were you being trafficked to?
I was trafficked to a lot of types of different men.
All types
I
of
was trafficked
different men.
to other billionaires. I was trafficked to politicians, professors, even royalty.
And royalty.
So the circles that Jeffrey Epstein ran in weren't your typical setting of human trafficking, you know, and it was the elite of the world. It was the people who run the world. It was the most powerful people in the world. And
that is so
those
sad.
are our leaders.
And for them to hold the Epstein files and not release the rest of them. Nothing to see here. Sweep it under the rug. Nothing to see. There's plenty to see. She was beautiful. If she had not met these people, she may have been married and had a fruitful life. That's right, CC. Intimidating. That's right. It's very hard to understand. I'll never be able to understand this. They're disgusting pigs. They're disgusting pigs. And guess who knows who they are? Congress. It's really telling a story that we're sweeping this story under the rug. It's really, really mind-boggling. Let's go back.
The people that we are supposed to look up to. It's corrupt. It's corrupt to the core.
Corrupt.
Why do you think Epstein did that to you? Why do you think he
Hit the like
gave you
button,
over to a man?
guys.
I think for Epstein, it was
Only
a
have
many
9
reasons. It
likes.
wasn't just one reason at all. It wasn't.
Can I get
It wasn't.
some likes?
He wasn't just doing it.
Come on. It's 19 of you. Can I get at least 19 likes? I know I can't get pushed in the algorithm because I'm not at 100, but at least hit the like button. Do that for me, please. See the little button down there? Yes, her story really gets to me, and to think she is no longer with us breaks my heart. She isn't. She's not here anymore. It's a really sad. This is a sad one. I don't like to do too many of these because I'm a happy. And I like the happy vibe, you know, but every now and then we talk about some real, we always talk about serious issues. This issue is really serious, the Epstein situation. I wish someone in Congress and those redacting info from the files would turn as a whistleblower and let us all know. Exactly. Yeah. And like the lawyer said, what they need to, hello, demon dictator. Everything's okay with you? And they need to, hold on, guys. Why does it get... Hold on. something's going on with the laptop. So I'm going to have to enter here. I'm kicking myself out over there. And there we go. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Hang in there with me. I need to reboot my system. It went haywire. Or did they cut me off? They may have cut me off. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. All right. I'm rebooting my system, guys. I don't know what happened. It just went kaput. Could be Epstein's ghost or something. He doesn't want us to hear the story. We're going to finish this. He needs to be called out. You see me? Good, good. Okay, let me see if I can get myself back in action. It just does what it wants to sometimes. All right. I put a 1 in the chat if you're enjoying it so far. Like I said, every now and then we get these where it's not pleasant. It's not sad. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'll see you in a sec. That you got to know what you're doing. You got to be able to get back on, let your people know that you didn't disappear on them, and all that stuff. Okay. Where are we? YouTube. Nope. I gotta go to my inbox, which is Yahoo. Nope, that's not it. What is it? Gmail. Duh. Okay, and Demon Dictator. Here we go. I'm pulling it back up, guys. Where we left off, which is good. Let me just share my screen. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Exposing Jeffrey Epstein. This is crazy.
Epstein did that to you. And why do you think he gave you over to other men?
I think for Epstein, it was a many of reasons. It wasn't just one reason at all. It wasn't just doing it to make money or anything like that. I don't even know if he ever made money from it. In my opinion, it was to show off.
Hello, Polo.
Always have a bevy of girls around him.
Yep.
It was like, so going to a dinner.
Like to show off. I'm this billionaire with all these girls and I can give you one for tonight. Sounds like he was showing off a little bit and not just being nasty. Oh, I can have you sleep with so-and-so tonight. Yeah, like she said, it wasn't just one reason. It was more than one reason why he would do what he did. He took her innocence away.
Why do you bring a bottle of champagne? I was the bottle of champagne, and that's who was shared with his friends, or his people that he knew. Some of them were just acquaintances. And the other reason, and he's touched on this subject with me before, so I can use the words from his mouth, is that he used me as a form of blackmail. So, these people would owe him favors.
What? Snap, Crackle, and Doolittle. Let me drop the link. What? Did you hear what she said? Epstein was finna blackmail these billionaires. So he knew what he was doing was wrong. He knew what he was doing with these girls were more than just, this is mind-boggling, guys. This is a mind one today. Hang on to your mind. Trigger warning. He would be secretly recording and blackmailing these men, I think. And see, is there some files? Is there some video files of our little old Epstein? It's too awful to listen to and upsetting that these things go on. Demon dictator, exactly. It's like, that is why this is my first time even watching it. I couldn't imagine sitting through this again, the torture of listening to her go over out of her mouth what he did to her. Polo's Porch, check him out.
So, there was a many of reasons that he did it. But the biggest reason in my mind was because he wanted to always have something on someone just in case he needed it.
How did he gather evidence of this trafficking? How did he enable the threat of blackmail to exist? Otherwise, it's just
the word against mouth. Yeah, exactly. No, so
There's
I got proof in New York, in his New York mansion.
Honey, there's video of Epstein. Is there video of Epstein? Cece said, yes, there are videos. If there's videos, OMG. This is not
videos of and I 100% guarantee Trump's in I'm guessing.
Well, I'm still just shocked that they have video. And here's the dealio. When P. Diddy was on video, they arrested him. How come they're hiding these people? And I'm like, Debbie, why didn't Joe Biden do something about this? Why is this relying on this administration to show the Epstein files? We've had them. He was keeping them as blackmail, but we don't know how. You know what? Bill Gates said it. Bill Gates said he was kind of trying to extort him. He sure did. He did say that. Remember? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember Bill Gates saying that Epstein was blackmailing him. Because I heard him say it. I believe so. Hi, Pickles. They're hiding and protecting all the elites because the elites run the world in their cult social mutiny. First of all, we need to clean house because there's many more people that can do the job without knowing that, you know what I'm saying, CC, that these bad people are put in place that have done this. I don't care how big and billionaire-ish you are. They went in there and unalived that man, allegedly. You gotta be careful. Because YouTube will cut you down. Yeah, I believe Bill Gates was in there doing something too. I don't know. They won't.
I don't even think he meant to bring me into this room, but we were going out of his house. We were walking out, and right before you walk out to the front door, there's this door that I never even really noticed was there. And it led to this room where he brought in, and he was talking to some of the security guards. I didn't know there's security guards in there. And there's like so many little TV monitors everywhere. I mean, just stacks and stacks and stacks of them.
Social
and I saw
Illuminati,
and I saw my toilet and where my shower was, and I saw the massage room, and I was so utterly mortified. I was like, this guy's watching me go to the toilet. He's watching everything that happens in the massage room. He's watching in me in my bedroom. He's, like everything's being recorded. And that's when I realized that's how he's getting away with blackmailing everybody.
So he was definitely recording. He wasn't just watching. It wasn't another of his perversions.
I believe it probably was part of his perversions. Absolutely. Like I said, I don't think there's just one aspect of Giuffre that we can explain. He's a very multifaceted man. You really have no idea who he is ever. It's Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, really. I think he did watch it. I think he did get off to it. I mean, I've seen some of his closets from wall to wall of photographs of young girls, very young girls, nude and compromising.
What a mess. Huh, guys? What a mess. I don't know if it's the storm that's making my computer do this or what. But can you guys see me okay? Hold on. There we go. I thought I'd lay out. There we go. There we go. I got about 30 more minutes, guys. I'm going to go visit Heather. And so if you want, Daisy Lee, can you put Heather from the Hood in the chat for me? Let me let her know that I'm coming. Yeah, here I am. I've never seen it either, Voice Beyond Truth. Thank you for being here. I've never seen this video. Jim Carrey also has been saying it. Really? That is interesting. Voice Behind the Truth. Do you have a page? I feel like you do. If you do, put your link in the chat. Feel free to do that. I can't say that word. I can't either. Makes me sad of Gates because I met him and really liked him. I know. He's like you're almost like the people you want to meet. Then you find out that they're not on the up and up. It's disappointing. You're disappointed in those people because you just expect more morals. Exactly, Cece. Of him, another light when I heard about Gates' potentially involvement. Yeah. Let me see if this is it. All right, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm back. Okay, the sound was okay. Let me go and get it. We got about 30 more minutes on the video, and then I'm gonna let you lovely people go. And I'm gonna go over to Heather's and spend some time over there. We will start back talking about Megan when things start heating back up for them. There's no news out there. She's not doing anything but making a fool out of herself, and I'm sick of talking about her. Anyway, here we go. We may not get to Andrew today, but she does talk about him. This PDO file. Okay. I like your name. Voice Beyond Truth.
Another of his perversions.
I believe it probably was part of his perversions, absolutely. Like I said, I don't think there's just one aspect of Giuffre that we can explain. He's a very multifaceted man. You really have no idea
Okay, Daisy.
who he is ever. It's Dr. Jekyll and Hyde, really.
Thank you.
I think he did watch it. I think he did get off to it. I mean, I've seen some of his closets from wall to wall.
Wow.
Photographs of young girls, very young girls, nude and in compromising positions. So I know for a fact he loved that stuff. But on the other end, he used it against other people. So that way they would be in his pocket and owe him favors.
Did he ever explicitly tell you who he blackmailed?
No.
Bill Gates.
No, I mean, there were. I did ask questions about some of the people who came around, and why is this person coming? And I don't want to say the name because I just don't need the drama of it. But
What?
And I'd say, why is so and so coming? And he goes,
Ooh. What name, Virginia? Who are you protecting? Who are you protecting?
I think he did watch it. I think he did get off to it. I mean, I've seen some of his closets from wall to wall of photographs of young girls, very young girls, nude and in compromising positions. So I know for a fact he loved that stuff. But on the other end, he used it against other people, so that way they would be in his pocket and owe him favors.
Did he ever explicitly tell you who he'd blackmailed?
No. I mean, there were. I did ask questions about some of the people who came around, and why is this person coming? And I don't want to say the name because I just don't need the drama of it.
Who, Virginia? I don't want to say the name because I just don't need the drama of it. Shoot. What happened to her? What happened to Virginia? They said she unalived herself. Is that true? How could two people like Epstein and her both decide, I don't want to be here anymore? I could see the trauma that she went through, but Epstein was narcissistic. He wouldn't have done that. Oh, you're welcome. Rest in peace, Virginia. Poor baby. Did she, CC? Did she say chump? Look, she even put her head down. She put her head down and closed her eyes and was just like, I can't tell you who that person is. It is a secret. I don't need the trouble. These people knew what he was doing because he used it as a blackmail tactic. So he introduced, if not most or all, the people that he was doing business with. Offered her up like cattle. No one will ever know. No one will ever know. We will never know. She should have just said it. Just say it. Just get it all out, girlfriend. Yes, that's too bad. It really is. They did have her terrified. That's right, Lisa. I personally don't think so, but that's the story out there, says Voice Beyond Truth. Cece says, no, I feel elites took care of her to scare others from coming forward. My opinion only. I think so too. Oh God, where is my stuff? I lost you guys. Hello, Lisa. Okay. Lisa, yes, that is crazy. CC, no, I feel she don't want to say chump because she knows if it's a connections, in my opinion, allegedly, of course. I know what you're saying, CC, and me too. But I wish she had just said it. Just give any, she should have came in there with her list and said da 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 da. She came in there with one big name, and that was Andrew, because Andrew's in another country. He can't touch her. But there was a lot more men that she knew that were powerful professors.
But I'd say, why is so-and-so coming? And he goes, because he owes me favors. So, I mean, like, you hear you see subtle versions of what he did and how he got away with it.
Are there any names that you're prepared to give?
I will say that I stand by my court documents. Every name that I have named publicly in my court documents are the people that abused me. And even though they all deny it, I know the truth and they know the truth, and the truth will come out. So I'm sitting here today, you know, I'm not out there to, you know, put myself in any more danger than I already am.
Danger. Put herself in any more danger than she already is. So she knew that there may be, and this is my personal opinion, there may be some more names that she just didn't name because she was too afraid because of the power that they have. Yes. She knew more. That's what it's telling me. Did you guys peep that? Did you peep that underline? I've said enough that, you know, I could really get myself into some trouble, but I'm only going to say so much. So she only ousted so many people, but there are a lot more, because she practically said this went on for years, and it went on for a while. Yep, he sure did. Voice beyond truth, he sure did. The lady that Andrew was standing over, or the young lady that was on the floor, and he had his arms or hand on her belly, you know, very young girl. Say the list like Diddy did. What a shame-a-do.
Does me favors. So, I mean, like, you see subtle versions of what he did and how he got away with it.
Are there any names that you're prepared to give?
I will say that I stand by my court documents. Every name that I have named publicly in my court documents are the people that abused me. And even though they all deny it, I know the truth and they know the truth, and the truth will come out. So I'm sitting here today, you know, I'm not out there to, you know, put myself in any more danger than I already am. But simply put, I stand by my court documents.
And from what you say, there's evidence of it. There are recordings of it.
There somewhere there has to be. Jeffrey's got a vault, I'm sure, locked up with tons of video footage. I mean, who knows where it is now? He's dead. But yeah, there is mountains of evidence everywhere. That's why it's important that the media and the government work hand in hand to try to uncover who was involved to the highest level of people in our government and even in international governments.
We know Epstein's wealth was so vast. You know, the fact that he had this fleet of planes. We've heard a lot about the Lolita Express. What happened on the Lolita Express?
Everything that happened on the Lolita Express and his other planes was the same thing that happened in his bedrooms, in the massage rooms, on the beach, wherever we were. The abuse did not stop because we're in the air.
Did it stop when he had a special guest on board?
No, it did not stop then either. I mean, there were times that the plane would just fly and it would be normal, but 95% of the time, there was always sex involved. Jeffrey couldn't take a 2-hour flight without having to ejaculate.
Wow.
That's how sick this man was.
Jesus. Woo! Help us. She said every time they got on a plane, it was a situation. She said he couldn't fly without relieving himself. This man, this one right here, just perved up. I did too, Daisy Lee. Listen to this. This sickness.
Fleet of planes. We've heard a lot about the Lolita Express. What happened on the Lolita Express?
Everything that happened on the Lolita Express and his other planes was the same thing that happened in his bedrooms, in the massage rooms, on the beach, wherever we were. The abuse did not stop because we're in the air.
Did it stop when he had a special guest on board?
No, it did not stop then either. I mean, there were times that the plane would just fly and it would be normal, but 95% of the time, there was always sex involved. Giuffre couldn't take a 2-hour flight without having to ejaculate. Like, that's how sick this man was.
How did you live every day? How did you get on board that plane? How did you live knowing you're going off to New York or to the island or to whoever you were about to be trafficked to? You must have been a ball of dread and anxiety.
I was horrified. I was sad. I was angry. I was disgusted. I was a shell, and the only way that I could cope with what I was going through was, taking Xanax. And Xanax is like an anti-anxiety tablet, but it also, it took away that feeling of anger, sadness. It made me feel numb. It was a numbing tablet, and it helped me cope with what was going on at the time.
And when we look at the levels of involvement of other people in this web, who gave Giuffre Epstein the Xanax to give to you? Who cared for you when you were hospitalised after being trafficked to a particularly violent man? Who checked the girls for STDs? Who did all that?
These are the enablers that I'm talking about. This is why I'm saying Epstein could not have done all of this on his own. It took a lot of people involved. It took doctors, psychiatrists, gynecologists, dentists.
Ooh, that's what
all
the human dictator said. She said it was a lot of y'all that were complicit and watched this and pretend like you didn't see. Where were you guys at? The doctors and the lawyers and the people that were supposed to protect these girls. When, guys, let me know this, because I don't know when he got arrested, when all this came out. Was Virginia's testimony, this video, was this the thing that broke the camel's back to get them to arrest him during that time? When did he go to jail? I just wonder, because this is saying 3 months ago. This is not 3 months ago. They're probably just reposting it. But this video happened a while. Her memoir was released in 2025. Okay.
These people knew what was going on. Hairstylists. I mean, the list goes on. I could keep going on and on and on. Drivers, chauffeurs, butlers, housemaids. It took all of these people turning a blind eye, which they weren't blind to because we were right there blatantly in front of them. They knew exactly what was going on. I mean, for God's sake, Giuffre even lied on my admission to the hospital. He put there and he told the doctor I was born in 1982. I was born in 1983. But he took the doctor to a corner. They whispered about something, had no idea, was out of earshot, and nobody asked questions.
Wow.
I was a minor. The doctor's oath is to take your patient's life and care for it. He failed me on that oath. The dentists, they were complacent. They let this happen. The psychiatrists.
Yes, they did.
Why are you getting on Xanax at such a young age, honey? What's wrong? What's going on with you? Well, I'm being depressed because I didn't even know the word was trafficked. I called it passed around from man to man. Oh, okay, well, here you go. Take these tablets.
You told her.
How did that feel?
Sorry.
They were complacent. They let this happen. The psychiatrists. Why are you getting on Xanax at such a young age, honey? What's wrong? What's going on with you? Well, I'm being depressed because I didn't even know the word was trafficked. I called it passed around from man to man. Oh, okay, well, here you go. Take these tablets.
You told her.
Yeah. We talked. I didn't know what trafficking was.
Shock.
And I think that's a huge part of educating
Shock.
young people today is that there is a word for it and there's a law against it. And it's not okay to.
Shock, upset, not happy about the situation at all. Come on. You guys. Why is this okay? Woo! Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot more people in front of the king and queen who could have stopped them. Yes, she told them. It came out of her mouth. It is such a big factor. They should be looked into. You're complicit to a crime. Wow, what a situation. But this is so shocking. Hold on, guys.
Happen. So I thought I was just being passed around from person to person. I had no words for what was happening to me. And I think it's really important that people understand that it is a word, it is a thing, and it happens so much more than we like to admit.
Why were you admitted to hospital?
For excessive bleeding. I wasn't too sure what happened. I woke up in Giuffre's room in New York, not in his room, sorry, in his house, in my 4th floor room, and the sheets and the bed covers were all white, and I woke up with a pool of blood. I mean, a splash of blood, if you could splash it, and I was in so much pain. I managed to roll off the bed and onto the floor and hit the phone. The maids came up, they freaked out, they called Guylaine. Guylaine told Giuffre, we have to take her to the hospital right now. And they took me to the hospital, and so much of it is a blur. I don't really remember what happened there. I just remember fogginess. I remember pain. I remember some doctors. I just don't remember everything. And it was a really scary time for me. And after that, then they sent me back to Florida for a few days to rest and recuperate.
Before it started again?
Before it started.
What do you think was the cause of the bleeding?
I thought it was a miscarriage, but I'm not too sure. I have no idea. Because the medical reports, they lie. So how much of that can you trust? No idea.
What do you think should happen to the men who you were trafficked to?
I would feel so much better, first of all, just for acknowledgement. Acknowledge what you've done to me and acknowledge what you've done to so many other girls. Secondly, an apology. Take acknowledgement for it and be disgusted in yourself, because you should be. And thirdly, they should go to jail. They have no right walking out on the streets, okay, and being fine with who they are. They should be held accountable. They should be named, and they should be shamed. What they've done is horrific. They deserve to be locked up.
Yep.
Do you think Prince Andrew should go to jail?
I mean, is he ever going to? Probably not. It's really sad that we live in a civilization that we're so modern these days. I mean, there's a lot of intelligent people walking around these days, and I believe there's a lot of good in people too. But I also believe that our society is very corrupt, and I don't think he'll ever pay for what he's done to me. That's just the sad reality of it, though.
How did you learn?
Okay, we're going to stop it right there for today. We are more than halfway done, and I stopped it and did as much commentary that I thought I should do. But it's such a sad story. I really want to get through it because it's really hard to listen to and watch. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a hard time with this story. I'm having a hard time knowing that this young girl went through what she went through, and nobody said nothing. Now, I wanted to ask you guys, did you see SNL? Didn't not Maggot. She must be talking about me. Did you guys see SNL? Where Meghan and Harry were roasted? I want to show that, but I can't find it. You too, CC. I wanted to show you guys the roast, the Saturday Night Live roast. But I'm not. 2 days ago, Meghan Markle roasted on Saturday. Maybe this is it. This may be it. Let's see, guys. Meghan Markle roasted by Saturday Night Live in new humiliation for fake Duchess of Prince and Harry. What? Prince Harry.
Even in the mainstream now, there has been such a serious turn. SNL, Saturday Night Live, and the Weekend Update for the second time roasting Meghan Markle. This is gonna hurt. Watch.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the former prince and current river corpse, has been arrested and now may be banned from ever taking the throne. In fact, the royal family said the only way he can become king is if it comes down to either him or Meghan.
Now, Brittany, I have to say, it's my birthday today, and that was like the greatest birthday present I could have received.
I wanted to lighten up the mood because I know we just went through a very triggering moment with Virginia. And so before we hang up, I want us to leave on a lighter note. How about that? Is that cool, guys? Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for hanging out. Cece, you're awesome. Daisy, thank you for being Demon Dictator. We have a new mod, Daisy Lee. Yes. And don't forget, I will be on Heather's. I can't stream it from over here because she has restream, but I will be going over there to Heather's and hanging out with her at 11. So, yes.
I woke up this morning. I had been really busy yesterday, so I hadn't seen it all. And I just giggled and giggled and giggled because, I mean, there's always a serious side to the SNL comedy. I don't usually agree with it because it's very left-wing. But effectively what they're saying here is that, yep, we agree. Meghan Markle, less popular than Andrew Mountbatten Windsor.
Yes, that's what they're saying, Dan. And happy birthday!
Thank you.
This Yes,
Happy
this
birthday,
little
Dan.
SNL skit though is just this weekend update is hysterical because it's so true, and this is what works about comedy is when it's true, and we all know that. Yes,
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest with each other. Which would you rather have? Would you rather have Meghan as a queen or Andrew as a king? And you can only choose between them two. Okay? You can only choose between them two. Put your pick in the chat. Put your pick in the chat. Which one? I'm going to put who I would want. If I was in Great Britain and I had to choose between the two, oh my God. Okay, who? Anybody else? Anybody else? That speaks volumes that we would pick the love Andrew, that we would pick him over Meghan. That says a lot about who she is as a person to me, why we don't trust her, the quality that she doesn't have to be queen. The list is endless when we're talking about why we would pick Andrew. Like, seriously, out of everyone, Andrew would be, she's self-centered, she's self-focused, she would treat people, she would bully them, she would belittle them, she would treat the country like she would disrespect it. Daisy Lee! Girl, you gotta choose. You have to choose. Daisy Lee, you don't have a choice. You have a choice. It's either her or him. Those are your only two. And no eating the poop. Yeah, you got to pick. Yes. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. You're so funny. You had to. That's right, to love. You have to pick one, Daisy. Oh, ooh, Megan, you got one. The Queen of England. Can you imagine? Let's theorize that for just a sec, okay? And talk about it. Imagine her being your queen, changing the rules, telling you to bow to her, making it into her. It's all about me and not going to visit hospitals and stuff, just changing the whole dynamic, putting air fresheners in the church, changing the walls, changing the color, messing with the crowns, wearing any crown that she wants, any robe, whatever. God, I can't imagine. Hello, Carl. See, I have to go with Andrew. I would have to exonerate him if I was king or queen or whatever. I would have to exonerate him. He would still be in trouble, but he would still be king. Because Megan can't do it. Think about what you're saying. She's narcissistic. The world would go in ruin. The kingdom wouldn't last with Megan. I would give it 6 months. 6 months, Daisy. Oh, you're used to bitchy women. She said, I'm used to bitchy women. I can handle her, but Andy is gross. I don't know. I don't think I can handle Megan. She reminds me too much of Maggot. That is not a good mix. She's one of those people that will betray you in a minute and wouldn't think twice of it and throw you smooth under the bus. Oh, no, she did it. I didn't do anything. That's Maggot. I didn't do nothing to them. I didn't do nothing to them people. I don't know why they don't like me. She honestly, it's this, and I keep saying this, but as you can see, we try not to talk about Maggot over here because this is Maggot free zone. Okay. Lady Letitia, did you know that the picture that brought Andrew was Virginia? Yes. Yes, boys. I realized that. She was beautiful. She was young. I heard about Bridgerton. Imagine Andy asking us to bow to him. I would rather bow to him than bow to Megan's narcissistic self. Her, no, I think I would want to leave the country. I don't want to be ruled under stupidity, self-absorbed. The telly. The telly that brought Andrew down. So far is Voice. So Voice, which one do you pick? Megan or Andrew? Carl says Megan. Daisy says Megan. So I got 2 Megans and I got the rest Andrew. Me and 2 other people, I think. I haven't been keeping track. Let me go back up. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Andrew's winning. We're all over it. Virginia's pitch, voice. Yep. Yes. It's the Mimi Show. 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 Oh, yeah. Woo! Yes. I love it, DeLove. I love it. Bandit. But guys, yeah, let me see what else they're saying about her.
Would maybe prefer in some ways Andrew over Meghan Markle when it comes to the throne. And if Hollywood is even making jabs at her, you know she's prefer in some ways Andrew over Meghan Markle when it comes. We all know that, yes, people would maybe prefer in some ways Andrew over Meghan Markle when it comes to the throne. And if Hollywood is even making jabs at her, you know she's offended a lot of people. We know she hasn't done good work in the entertainment industry. And people are taking notice. People are noticing, hey, that, yeah, Meghan Markle may have this title, but nobody really likes her. Nobody buys.
Ooh, you might have this title, girl, but nobody really likes you. Nobody want to hang out with you. Don't nobody want you to be the ruler of anything, of Montecito, of nothing. No, the ruler of nothing. Not the Queen of England. Are we kidding? That's when the kingdom would fall. The fall of the royalty. How would we put it? The fall of royals. The end of time. That's when everything would go kaput. Yes, let's see the nails. They got like a mirror thing. I didn't go with burgundy, but maybe I can go with burgundy next time. And then we can do like a cat eye with the burgundy. Yeah. But that's what I'm going to start getting from now on. Either this style or something to this effect. But I love this. Like I could wear this all day long. Yes. I wonder if they have their young girls' birth control or if they use protection. Does it sound like they did Voice Beyond Truth? Because they had things were happening where they had to call the doctor in to help with different STDs. It's sad. Maureen said, if Meghan ever became queen, her head would explode. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one to swallow because Meghan is no queen. She could never be graceful and this wonderful person and this, she just doesn't have what it takes. She's not relatable. People can't relate to Meghan. It's like there's a disconnect there. Like even with the kids, did you see the kids? They didn't even want to hug her. I think let me get over there to Heather's. Let me see. Okay, let me see where Heather is. Okay, she's live, guys. We're going to cut it short. Okay, I love you. I promised her I would go on one of her lives with her, and I would go on Thursday. So Thursday is today. But before we go, let me see if I can, hold on. I lost you guys. How did you like the show? It's different. We're going through something triggering and traumatic right now, guys. We are. Okay. So she still wants me to keep going. Thank you, Lady Letitia. Thank you, DeLove. Thank you, Cece. Thank you, Daisy Lee, for your support and help today. Thank you, Maureen. Have a good one, guys. Check out Heather from the Hood. I'm on my way over there. Show me some support and love. Okay?